Hello, hello. Today we are talking about scent work as enrichment. We threw out some cones into the yard and dropped some treats into the holes in the middle and released the dogs. This is my friend Rocky. Rocky is a very active young man. He's about middle-aged, 2-3 years old. I could be misquoting that. My memory's not that great for numbers. But in any case, it took him a hot second to figure out what he was supposed to be doing. But once he did, he was down to play the game of finding the treat underneath the cone. Scent work is really sniffing. Scents are vital to a dog's mental health. 2% of a dog's brain in weight is dedicated to scents. Very large portion. There's my friend Cooper. Cooper had a hard time figuring out what happened to the treats.
Where'd it go?
When he smelled them in the cone, he moved the cone, but the treats did not come with the cone.
Sir.
He's also my culprit for destroying 2 of my cones. Don't worry, he did not swallow any bits. He's very easy to redirect with some treats thrown the other way, and I was able to take the pieces. I would never grab anything from a dog's mouth if you don't have to. I did not have to with him. He was very good. Anyway, pardon me. Where was I? Dogs who practice nose work for 2 weeks have improved results on a judgment bias test. In other words, they are more optimistic. Optimism is great because the reason dogs have some inappropriate behaviors can be for fear or
Hey! Don't do that.
There he goes. Oh, this is my girl Chanel. Chanel is why I did this. It was a rather hot day. Chanel is a little over anxious in the kennels. She really needs to get out. Adopt her, or if you can't adopt her and you would like to foster her overnight, contact Last Chance Ranch. Anyway, I digress. But I wanted to give her a job to do, and as it was a warm day, this was a really good activity because it is not very physically stimulating, but it is very mentally exhausting. So, sniffing is actually naturally calming and mentally tiring. So if you have a dog that goes out and sniffs a lot on their walk, you might not be getting a lot of exercise, but their brain is really processing things, and they will still be tired when you get back. It is really good for them. Let them do it. It is part of their nature. You can limit it or put it on a cue, but always let your dog have some time to sniff during the day. Other games that you can play or ways you can incorporate scent into your dog's enrichment at home. Scatter feeding using a snuffle mat. You might have seen them. They're like fuzzy little mats that they sell at the stores. Here's Captain. Captain was actually really good at this. He is a mixed breed, maybe some pointer, which would explain why he was so good at this, and I love his little tail. You can throw some food down in long grass. Grass is nature's snuffle mat. Just don't do it anywhere where there might be droppings left by your dogs or some cats, if you can. Or you can do it on your floor, a carpet or hardwood floor, especially if your dog is a senior dog. That might be as much of a challenge as they need, because their eyesight might not be as good as ours is, and they might still need to really engage that nose to find those treats, even though they're very apparent to you. We also play cardboard chaos or noise box with treats scattered about. It's also a great way for them to engage their nose. This is Speck. Speck is a herding breed. So what's that mean? He is generally more triggered by movement than he is by scent. And it might take some work to to get him to search for something with his nose. But once he does, he will settle down. You can see he's a little lady here. But he does have a really good sit-wait coming up. Unfortunately, or fortunately, as the case may be, he waited for me to drop treats. He watched me drop the treats. And then when I released him, he was so excited to be released that I had to do a little point and sniff for him. So when a dog is really excited like this, you can start pointing to what you want them to sniff. And after a couple, like, ooh, look at this. What's this here? What's this here? They will actually start playing the game and sniffing. Here's my friend Rex. This was a great game for him. He picked it up really well. He was actually the one I pegged for destroying my cones, but he did not. He was actually very respectful of the equipment. And he was very smart. He found his treats right away. So this is really a good thing to do on these hot days. It doesn't take a lot of time. As a matter of fact, I would not advise doing this for long periods of time. You're going to wear your dog out. But it is very enriching. And it's something you can do outside with minimal effort. So remember to hit like and subscribe. And if you enjoy this content, and if you enjoy seeing my friends over at Last Chance Ranch, these dogs may still be available when you see this video, or they may have been swooped up. But you can go over to lastchanceranch.org and check out the available dogs there. And thank you very much for watching and playing. And look, it's right there. See? Point, sniff. Good boy.